All right, back on the program. I'm excited about this. Laurent Proulx joins me in studio now from PROCURE. You're the CEO and president of PROCURE.
I am.
2 years ago, I think was it a phone call? Was it an email? I don't know. I got some communication. Say, hey, Elias, we're looking for Anglo ambassadors for the PROCURE campaign, Bowvember, right? Wearing the bow tie. Exactly. And by the way, folks, I don't know if you can tell. Has my tone changed on the radio? It's because I am wearing a bow tie as we speak. So I don't know if it makes you speak differently when you wear a bow tie.
Classy.
It makes it classier.
Exactly.
So I got reached out 2 years ago, say, hey, we're looking for Anglo ambassadors for this campaign. It affects everyone. PROCURE trying to sort of make inroads with the English community as well in the Bowvember campaign. I said, I'm in. And I knew nothing.
About PROCURE?
About PROCURE, about Bowvember, I knew nothing. Your path is different.
Yeah, I had prostate cancer, but I didn't know about PROCURE 10 years ago. So that's probably something similar. The fact that PROCURE is not necessarily well known in the community and all the services that we offer is somewhat a problem. And the fact that you are an ambassador helps us get through the message to those 12 men that will have prostate cancer every day in Quebec.
12 men a day
per day
diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Exactly. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. And most of them don't know that we offer services. We have a hotline that you can call you can ask any question. Even if you're not a patient, if you're a support, somebody around the patient, you can ask question and you'll have a nurse that will contact you with valid information. Because I don't know if you know, when you get the diagnosis, you're 5 minutes in the doctor's office.
Tell me your experience. Tell me how did you find out? What was that like? If you could
I was kind of lucky in a way because we tell men to get diagnosed 10 years ago, and I was not the type of man that was going to get diagnosed. I was a marathoner. I was doing triathlon. So
you're in the studio. You can't. We're on radio. This man is an Adonis, ladies and gentlemen. You're looking great, but yes, you know what I mean. Like if you have this, I'm a healthy guy. Yeah. I don't need to care about this stuff. Not true.
No, and I founded an IT company, and they had an insurance on my head because I was the founder of that company. So I had to do every year a yearly diagnosis. So that's how I got diagnosed.
Gotcha.
And at 48, got the diagnosis.
Is it like getting hit by a truck when that happens?
It is. Yeah. And the fact is, I got into his office and he opened my file, and then he says, that doesn't match. And he called the hospital and he said, go back in the waiting room. I knew,
wow.
So I was kind of, And the news for even my sons and my daughter, but my sons, because they're men, it's they're at the greater risk because I had prostate cancer.
What are the warning signs? What are the symptoms that
I didn't have any?
Yeah.
So I didn't have any. So I didn't, I was in top shape. So there's an issue about overdiagnosis, and the fact is that you need to have a conversation with your doctor, and that's it. I find that the message saying you should not get diagnosed is somewhat a problem because you're pushing men, you're giving them a reason not to go to see the doctor, even though if they have issues. And you know how much reason you need to not go to the doctor.
Oh my God! Nobody, it's so easy to just want to find a reason to get out of going to the doctor.
Exactly.
Right? Speaking with Laurent Proulx, he is the CEO and president of PROCURE. Of course, this month, November, is also Bowvember with the bow ties. Laurent, listen, a lot of people get diagnosed with terrible things, and they have to deal with it, and it's a challenge. And then there's always that group of people that say, you know what? Now I'm going to do something about it. Now I'm going to devote a portion of my life or my entire life to this cause. What led you there? You get the diagnosis, you treatment, and what made you say, hey, you know what? Now I'm going to get involved and do PROCURE, and how did this happen?
My mother died at 53 years old from breast cancer, and 25% of men that have a mother with breast cancer, they have prostate cancer.
I did not know about that connection. Huh.
So, and my mother wanted to do support group for women 40 years ago. And when I got diagnosed, I was 48. So somewhat got into my mind, is my time counted in a way?
Wow.
That popped up. So actually, I got involved as a volunteer. Did 4 years as a volunteer, doing events for cycling event, raising money for PROCURE. And then I got, why don't you take the job and be responsible and bring that to another levels? Which I did. Yeah. Obviously, I feel it, and I have sons, like I told you. So, and for me, it's passing,
the torch.
Yeah. Somewhat, raising the awareness and also making sure that we can help research find somewhat better treatment, better way to diagnose, and that's my involvement.
Tell me about these fantastic bow ties we're wearing, and so and the money and what this is all about, what Bowvember is all about.
Bowvember is a Quebec initiative, so we're providing services. Like I told you, the hotline is one. We do have conferences in Montreal and Quebec. We have webinars. If you call us from your company, HR have a health week, you can call us and we'll do some conference within your lunch and learn conferences. So that's mostly the awareness part. We have a website. 60,000 people are reaching our website every month, all around the world. So that's
Isn't that interesting? You run it, it's in the age of the internet. It doesn't matter you're running a Quebec campaign. People need information wherever they are.
Exactly.
They're landing on you.
And that was the original idea from our founder, Marvin Costner. And they say, well, let's bring a website. And Steven Jaroslawski also invested in. And I think he should be proud of what he's done because we're at 60,000 visits per month. So that's something interesting. And we're crossing the border and we're providing information in English and French. All our services are bilingual. So really interesting. And also we invested in research. 2,000 men from Quebec have given their prostate and have been followed for the last 10 years. I'm one of those 2,000 men.
Yeah.
And these samples are really readily available for researchers. So we're not in the stage of releasing those samples so that they can do research and say, well, this man was sick and he got sick afterwards. So what's the stream, what's the history of that patient? So that's really valuable information that we have in our biobank.
Wow.
So we've done that investment in the last 10 years. So now we're investing in research using the biobank. So it's really the next level.
We are November 5th. Later on this afternoon, I'm going to start my big social media push.
I love that.
For the donations. I think I did a decent job last year
Yes,
trying to bring home the bacon for PROCURE and for research. So this month, it's a never-ending job. The job continues all year, but this is what it's all about, November.
Yes, and it's an important month for us, really important month.
And if we want to donate, PROCURE, of course, I'm going to share the social media link for my personal page because I want the credit, right?
I agree.
You want to get the credit yourself
for
raise the money. Anyways, Laurent, I'm so just happy to be part of this
Really
once
happy.
again. I find what what PROCURE is doing and how you're doing it, bilingual. You seem you want to sort of make sure you're covering all of Quebec. That's one thing too. Now, you're really trying to increase your outreach as well in Quebec City.
Exactly.
This is a focus this year, right?
Exactly. Well, all across the province.
Yeah, gotcha.
We got a challenge from the Mayor Labaume to challenging all the mayors, so they better step up to it.
That's right. Okay, well, Laurent, thank you so much for coming on in. I really appreciate it. Bowvember continues throughout the month of November. The website address is
Bowvember.ca.
Bowvember.ca, and later on this afternoon on all of my social medias, at Elias Makos, by the way, you'll see a dapper photo of me with the bow tie. I look good, right, with the bow tie? Because you look fantastic. And how you can support the cause as well. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.